Brian Weiss with GolfTrips.com, and in the backdrop is formerly a gravel pit and now a golf course. And we're going to find out how this came to fruition, because sitting next to me is the director of golf, PGA professional Chuck Klecatsky. He told me 3 syllables, and I got it right. We nailed the first thing in this interview. That's awesome. So Chuck, tell us what you're seeing behind us and how it came to fruition.
Well, Brian, you are seeing an abandoned gravel pit that we have repurposed into a 13-hole par 3 golf course and an entire experience. So we have a little bit more than just a 13-hole golf course going on here. We've got a great deck that we're sitting on that you can see all 13 holes from. We've got a 13-hole putting course. We've got some bocce ball courts. People play beanbags here right behind us, and some people just sit on the deck and enjoy the view.
Sure. And you mentioned experience, and an experience it was. Played 13 holes and had the time of my life. There was shots ranging from 60 yards to the longest was
195 to 200 is our second hole that sits right at the base of this waterfall here. And it overlooks our trout pond. We've got a trout pond that's got 300 brown trout in it. So one of the other fun things that we do is we have kids or adults or whatever feed the fish, and we just saw that happen right down there at the base of the hill there.
Sure. Maybe we should have started off with where we're located. We are located in Brainerd, Minnesota, in God's country, northern Minnesota. Tell us where we are from proximity to resorts. So if you have golfers coming into some of the other resorts, they need to add this to their bucket list. How far are you away from Madden's and Cragen's and some
Brian,
of the other resorts?
That's a great question. One of the main reasons that we this site was so desirable was that the new Lehman course over at Cragen's is it's adjacent to our property. So we butt up against the legacy courses. Madden's is 2 miles away. Grandview on the north end of the lake and Deacon's Lodge. So there's so much great golf in Brainerd. We're located honestly adjacent to it. So it's very easy for people to play. As I say, 18 holes at one of the big boy courses, and then come on over here with their friends or their family in the afternoon or evening, and do a little bit more golf where there's no drivers.
Sure. For the traveling golfer, and I'm a perfect example. We played 18 this morning. I'm over 50 over the hill now, so the thought of playing another 18 would have been a little daunting. But coming over here and playing 13 holes, some wedges, some mid irons, was just a perfect way to end, a beautiful Minnesota day.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing about it is, with golf in Minnesota in the summertime, being able to be played, as late as 9 o'clock or 9:30 even. Our golf course plays in like 2 hours and 10 minutes generally, and so groups of, the other day we had 4 foursomes tee off after 7 o'clock, and they all finished. So it takes, just a little over 2 hours, and for people that have more time, they'll roll again.
Sure.
And so it's really a nice compliment. We're just trying to complement the great golf that's in the area. So we get a lot of groups that will, warm up here on a Thursday and then go over to Deacon's in the afternoon and then play the Legacy and Madden's and Grandview, or so it's just like we're just trying to be part of people's trip.
Sure. I think a great testament to a golf course is, as you're playing it or as you get done, you want to play the course again. And after I hit some shots and kind of saw the contours of the greens, I was saying we should drive back and play that hole again. And I'm looking forward to coming back here a second time and taking another crack at some of the holes. As far as tips on playing the course, any recommendations to a newbie coming out here? How do you score well or get a couple birdies?
Yeah. Well, we honestly judge our scoring by how much fun people have. We are really trying to not do something that's different in golf, but we want people to have a good time, enjoy the fellowship and the camaraderie with their friends. Almost everybody that comes off the golf course, and one of their first things that they say is that it was fun. And that to me just makes my day. Some people know what they shot, most people don't. It's all about, maybe having some close to the pin contests. You got 13 chances at a hole in one here. And so that's a unique experience in and of itself. But, tips on playing, we built really, really big greens. We got 2 sets of tee markers. Our gold tees are longer tees. That's the 60 to 200 yards. Our short tees, our blue tees, are like 30 to 100 yards. So there's great variety in shot making there. And so the raw beginner can play here. We've had tour professionals. Tom Lehman's sons went during the CRMC Championship last year. They came over and played. And so it's like we've seen players of all ability level enjoy the golf course. And that's something that's just been delightful to see.
Sure. What is your favorite hole out here, and how do you play it?
Well, there's 2 golf holes out here. Our second hole is the longest hole. Plays over 2 water hazards with a big catcher's mitt sort of green, so you can hit it long and it'll release back down on the green. And the 13th hole is our punch bowl hole. It's got a very narrow green that if you hit it up the left side, the ball trickles down back onto the green. And you know, those two golf holes in particular are holes that I would say could honestly be on golf courses anywhere in the world.
Sure.
I mean, they're pretty decent.
My favorite hole was the Redan hole. The pin was in between the 2 mounds. My playing partner stuffed one close. I veered a little left, and you know, the ball went left. He hit his, and the ball went to the right. So you know, we were both oohing and on, but you know, he got the better of me on that golf shot. You know, one of the other unique things here is, in addition to the par 3 hole, you also have the putting green.
Yeah, we built a very fun sort of a challenge putting course. So there's a 13-hole natural grass putting course that groups can do before they play. Most groups do it after they play. There's 13 drink stands on it because we figure if you're putting, you know, you should be able to have some place to put your beverage other than on the ground. So we had a gentleman make up some really cool gravel pit drink stands for us. So that shows people where to tee off from, and then they play the 13 holes. So there's been a lot of bets and money won and lost and exchanged hands on the putting course. And we actually put lights on it too. So if groups stay after dark, we'll flip the lights on, and it's kind of a hoot.
Sure. You mentioned about the future and some things upcoming. I'm not sure what you can share with us now on camera or not. Anything in 2024 and beyond that you can chat about?
Yeah, well, we're super excited. We're going to build another golf course this summer. So we're just in the process of seeding that right now. And we've got a 10.5-hole golf course coming to the gravel pit. So we're going to have 2 different playing experiences. The one that you guys played today obviously has got a lot of water and wetlands on it with some great elevation changes. This was an actual gravel pit. So when Scott Hoffman, who designed the golf course, saw the site, he's like, we can just cut in the tee boxes, shape the greens and stuff, but we didn't create any elevation. We hardly moved any dirt here. And the new golf course, which is just on the other side of our clubhouse, is going to be 10.5 holes. Same idea. The holes will range from 60 to 180 yards. Great elevation changes, but that side of the property has no water. And so it's going to be all grass. So it'll be, I don't want to say it's going to play easier because the shot making is still going to be tough, but people might lose a couple less balls. So next summer, hopefully by the summer of 2024, we'll have 23.5 holes at the gravel pit.
No, awesome. Will the course be called anything different, or are we
We're not
still working
sure.
on names?
Still
yet?
talking to the development team of myself and a couple other folks that we're trying to figure out. The facility will stay the gravel pit. We're not sure if we're going to name the whole or the courses or not. But basically, for right now, we're not great at math here. We want to be a little untraditional, so we're going to start with 13 and 10.5.
Sure, that's excellent. Before I end the interview, anything else that you might want to share about the experience or the property? This is your chance.
Well, the thing that's fun about the gravel pit is that, you know, we are trying to. It is an experience in nature. We built a beautiful deck. There's a couple stories to it. You know, you can sit on the deck, overlook the golf course. So we have folks that don't even play golf that will come out. We do live music every other Friday night. You know, we've had weddings out here. We've done corporate outings. But it's really just a fun place to hang out. And, you know, the fact that you can see all 13 holes from the deck is very unique. I mean, I don't know of very many courses that you can do that in America. And so it's just a really casual, social thing. We've got a nice little snack bar menu, got a full bar, non-alcoholic beverages and things. So it's just really a chill place to hang out. We got a nice waterfall for some ambiance. So yeah, we just love to have people come on out and, you know, kind of experience the feel of gravel pit golf.
Sure. So if you're a traveling golfer and you're coming to Brainerd, where can you get more information? Tell us about the website, phone number. How can golfers book their tee times?
Yeah, well, in today's internet-based world, if you go to GolfTrips.com, you can book tee times online, check out our blog, see some photos and things like that, and it's really we try to make it easy for people. We book tee times for the entire season, so if you know your group's coming up in September, we can set them up, you know, in the middle of January. So
sure.
Yeah, so check out GravelPitGolf.com.
Oh, you know what? Don't check it out. Bring your clubs. Get here, play it, and experience it. Play it, experience it, and live it. Truly a unique experience for the traveling golfer getting to Brainerd. Make sure this is on your stop.